Hello, it's Miss Sands, and this video is to show you how to use your brand new Chromebook and log in if you've never used a Chromebook before. So this is one of the brand new Chromebooks that Hope County has purchased. It is preloaded with Chrome and it's manufactured by Lenovo. So in order to turn on the device, first thing you need to do is to open it. And then this button right here is the power button in the upper right hand corner. I tell the students it looks like a one-eyed monster. That is the power button. If it already has power, it will automatically pop up with the device. Now I'm at home and I did that to show you how the device will work when you have the device at home. So it's not detecting a network, which means I have to choose my home Wi-Fi network. So this is my home network and I'm going to click on that and then it's going to ask me for my password. Now this is your home Wi-Fi network password. So this is the one that either CenturyLink or Spectrum or whatever other company you have gave you. If you are using one of the district issued jetpacks, the Chromebooks should automatically detect the network. So since I'm using my personal internet at home, I'm going to type in the password that Spectrum gave us. And then click enter or connect and it will connect to the network. Now, in order to get to log into the device, your student is going to need to type in their email address. The email address was provided to the student by the teacher, but if you're not sure what that is, you can call the main office and we can give it to you. Okay, so I have a fake student account, so I'm going to use that. Okay, so the student is called Hawkeye20. Then I'm going to say shift and the number 2 to get the @ symbol. And then we type in student dot HCS, which stands for Hope County Schools, dot K12 dot NC dot US. That is their entire student email address, and they have to type that in when they're first signing into their Chromebook. Then we're going to click next. Remember, this Chromebook has never been signed into before. Then you're going to type in the student password, which was also provided by the teacher. If you don't know their password, chances are it will be the first initial of their first name and the first initial of their last name and then their entire lunch number. So for my fake student, his name is Hank Hawk, so it's HH, and then his lunch number. Okay, and then I'm going to click next. And that's going to bring me to sign me into the device. Now, the first page that pops up is called the landing page, and this is designed by the district, and it gives the students a lot of access to some very helpful and valuable information. So this is what's going to pop up. You can see in the upper left-hand corner that it's spinning, which means it's loading. So this has information about how to use Canvas, frequently asked questions, support, things like that. If you see down here in the right hand corner, sometimes you'll get notifications. Usually you can just click the little X to close those out. The devices are also designed to automatically connect to Google Hangouts and some other programs when you initially sign in. Now this is called the Z-Scaler. This is a security measure that the district put on to make sure that your students are logging into safe internet sites. So this white box will pop up when you're trying to get on the internet and it's asking for your username. Every student needs to type in their entire email address. So remember, my fake student is Hawkeye. Oops, and I spelled that wrong. Hawkeye 20. And notice that it populated down here at the bottom because it remembers me. So I can click Hawkeye 20 at student.hcs.k12.nc.us. You need to make sure that that is spelled correctly and everything is in there. If it's not spelled correctly or something is typed in wrong, it will ask for a password. There is no password. If it's asking you for a password, that means something was typed incorrectly. So you need to go back and double check. So that's my username, my student, and I'm going to click sign in. And now I have access to everything that is safe on the internet. That only appears when you are using the device on a home network. That does not appear at school because the school networks already have security measures on them. Another thing that will pop up is Loom. This is a program to make videos with your computer. Most of the time students won't be using this, so you can go ahead and X out and it will take you back to the landing page. The next thing students will have to do is to access their Google accounts or their Google Mail. So what I'm going to have you do is actually X out of the landing page that's in the upper right hand corner. Click the X. Okay. And again, we're not using Google Hangouts right now, but this is a good way to communicate with your students' teachers, either via text or you can actually make a phone call through Google Hangouts. So I'm going to X out of that. Now along the bottom, this is called your dock. This has a whole bunch of icons on it. This one is for Google Chrome, which is a lot of access that they're going to need. We've got Sheets, we've got Docs right here, your Google Drive, Google Classroom, which we don't use anymore, and this is Zoom. Zoom is important. This is how you're going to communicate with your teachers with video chat. I'm going to show you how to log into that in just a few minutes. But first, we're just going to go to their Google account. So we're going to click on the circle that says Google Chrome and open that up this way. Now, since we've already signed into the device, you should see right here, if you click on the letter, it will say Google account and then your student's name, because that's the account that has already signed into the device and it recognizes that. Okay, next to that, you see 9 little dots. That's actually called the waffle because it looks a little bit like a waffle. And that's where they can access their Google apps. And then they can also go here, click on their Gmail. It's a shortcut there. Or we can type something in and search for it. So if I want to create a Google Doc, I can click on my waffle and we have a drop-down menu that appears. And I can either click on my docs, sheets, slides, whatever I need to here, or we can click on our Google Drive and anything that we've created in the past will appear. Now, since this account has never been used on here, this will be anything that you see that has been done on your student's account in the past, since they may or may not have anything in here since it's a new account. Okay, if I go back to here, I can access my Gmail, which is how your students will send emails to their class. So if I click on Gmail, it will bring up any mail that your students have received. These are automatic messages that come from Google, but anything that comes from your teacher will be in here. So this is their inbox. If they need to delete something, they can click on it. Click on the trash to delete it. So it's like your regular email account. The next thing I really want to show you how to do is how to access Canvas. So from here, you notice that at the top we have student.hcs.k12 bookmarks. These are preloaded by the district and these are frequently used bookmarks by students. So if you click on that, we have a drop-down menu. Classroom, SchoolNet, iStation, Apex, PowerSchool, Canvas, and another Canvas. So if we need to get to Canvas to see our assignments, you're going to go down here to Canvas and click on that. And it will take you to Rapid Identity. This is where the student will type in their username, which is their lunch number. Then they'll click Go, and then they will select their 3 picture pictographs and it will take them into Canvas. Since I do not have a fake student account for this is how you would access Canvas. All right, and now To get onto Zoom, you would click here. I just X'd out of the Google site that I was on. We would click Zoom icon and it would pop up, and we would type in the ID number for our teacher for Zoom. If I just type in a number, and then I'm going to choose my screen name, and it will remember your screen name when you type it in. So if I type in Ms. Sands, like that, and then I just click join, it will try to take me to that Zoom. Obviously that's not a real meeting ID, so I'm going to leave. If I go back here to join a meeting, I can type in a correct meeting ID, and like I said, it saves your name. So that's all you need to do to join Zoom for your teachers. All right, another important thing to know, at least every 2 or 3 days, you need to actually sign out and shut down your Chromebook. This will allow it to receive any updates that it needs to do, and it kind of clears out the Chromebook's brain and makes it work better. A lot of times, if you're having an issue with your Chromebook, shutting it down and restarting it will fix a lot of the problems. So down here in the lower right-hand corner, we see sign out, and then we see our Wi-Fi connection. It's like an upside down triangle. We see our battery life, and we see the time. So if I click on that, a menu will appear, and we can click right here on the power button, and that will allow us to shut down. So I'm going to click on that, and it shuts it down. Okay, and then again, to restart it, I'm going to click on the power button in the upper right-hand corner, and that will turn the device back on. All right, and now since we've already signed in once, the computer remembers that I was the last person to sign in. So you'll see your student's name and their icon, and all you need to do is type in the password. Okay, and that's what you'll do typically when you are signing in your student. All right, I hope that answered a lot of your questions. If you have any more, please contact the main office. Thank you.